Gains.gains on Instagram says, OMG, love this content. I'm an entrepreneur and dating is always a pain, but this content is fire. Do you have merch yet?
Another merch question?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So.
All right, we thought about it.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
It's coming.
Stay tuned.
It's coming.
We're going to go on summer break and unpack the merch thing.
It's coming. Well, here, how about it? Here's a better question. Gains and everyone else.
Gains.
What kind of merch would you want?
Yeah.
We should probably ask everybody what kind of merch.
I'm a proponent for a coffee mug because I just think it works in
Everyone's
everyone's
got a freaking
life.
coffee mug, but I guess coffee mugs are
Coffee
profitable
mugs.
depending
Coffee
on
mugs
where
are a
you
thing.
look at it.
I'm a crew sweatshirt kind of gal.
Yeah,
myself.
sweatshirts.
All right. That's typical though.
Very
Anything
cool.
different. Chew on it.
Pop sockets.
Oh, definitely pop sockets. That's a joke, by the way, everyone. Anyone who's ever been to an event in like
Get your
the
pop
last couple
sockets for
years,
free, please.
Yeah.
Do not buy them.
do not buy pop sockets. Just go to any event.
This one calls out a specific episode, but at Adult in Training, just listen to episode 7 and I'm dying on my morning commute. We all remember what episode 7 was.
Uh-huh.
That's the sex one?
The spark. Let's call it the spark one.
She said, you two are hilarious and just add such delight and meaning to my day. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
I love that.
Oh, you people are so kind.
Yeah.
That was a great episode.
There is something to be
It's a
said
funny
about
episode.
talking about things that like that people don't tend to talk about and you embellishing the truth. But
I don't embellish. I was the only one telling the truth. That was the problem.
I don't know about that.
Hey, listen, you can accept it or you can choose to continue denying it publicly.
You're exhausting.
You live with me.
Okay.
We've got a lot of 5-star reviews, and only 5-star reviews, might I add?
That's all we should be
Wow. You guys, he's not that scary.
getting. 5-star reviews.
That's very sweet, though. That's
Thank
very
you.
cool. You should be grateful for that. You should say thank you.
I am grateful for each and every one of those 5-star reviews.
That's
Every single
amazing.
star is like
That's a big deal.
touching my heart. Thank
That's
you.
a big deal. That's a big deal.
We had a question in one of them, so I'll go ahead and read that. At Carrie Smith on Apple Podcast Reviews asked, what advice do you have for bringing my husband into the business and collaborating together? I want him to feel welcomed and valued and not that he is reporting to me, quote unquote.
Oh, go back and listen to episode like 2.
Yeah.
I think where we talked about
I
that.
agree.
But if I had to just concisely, ask yourself that question, like, do you really want that? Do you want to do that? Like, because you want to, Carrie, like, that's great, but does he want to? And
Are you guys prepared for all of the different repercussions that go into it?
It's a dynamic. There's
Yeah.
a dynamic there. So you have to be very aware that it changes the dynamic of that relationship. Regardless, could be good, could be bad, could be indifferent, but it's going to change the dynamic of that relationship because now you're bringing in a completely different part of life. And let's be real, work for a lot of people is like their thing, usually with their spouse, right? Or with their relationship. It's like, this is what I do.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You have your own identity. When you now combine your identity, it's tough, especially if like someone's got a bigger personality than the other, but maybe they take a back seat in the business, or maybe someone tends to shy away and the partner's like, come on, be the face just like me, whatever it is. So there's a lot of dynamic changes there. You really have to sit back and ask yourself a lot of questions before you jump into that. Make sure both of you want it. It will not work if one is dragging the other, I'll tell you that much.
I agree. I think there's a whole episode that could be had about level of care. Because if somebody is just joining effort because it's financially smart, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be in the same headspace about the business, especially if they're used to compartmentalizing work as work and life as life. And that blend isn't easy for them. So that's always something to learn about somebody as well.
For sure.
Doesn't mean it's not the case for Carrie, but it's something to think about.
Yeah.
Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed this first season. We are going to take all of the feedback, all of the ideas that we have, and just think about how we can continue to make Common Goal better as we come back for season 2 later this summer. And so anybody who subscribes on any of the podcast players that they enjoy, we would appreciate you. And we'll see you back when we get back.
Yeah. Follow along with us on Instagram and you'll follow whatever the heck we decide to do this summer. But
yeah, stay tuned for that.
We'll be sure to make sure that we will be sure, to come back and bring you some really, really good stuff, because I'm excited for the guests we have and whatnot coming up. So
for sure.